Detailed lesson plan for grade 9 second quarter. So for the objectives, at the end of the lesson, the students will be able to analyze the tragic love story of Romeo and Juliet, identifying the themes and characters. Next, the students will be able to demonstrate empathy and understanding of the characters' emotions and motivations and appreciate the literary value of the play. And lastly, the students will be able to participate in role playing activities using verbal communication and movement to convey emotions and characters' traits. So, for the subject matter, the topic is Romeo and Juliet by William Shakespeare. The materials were printed copies of the play, and then computers or laptops with internet access, whiteboard, and markers. Okay, so let's proceed to the lesson proper or to the procedure. So for under the pre-reading stage, the first stage, the teacher will first introduce the play's background, author, and historical context. And then she or he will ask students to share their prior knowledge of the story. Okay, class. So today we will have a new topic and you'll have to guess what it is. Clear? Okay. So I will show you pictures, then you will identify who or what is in the picture. Good. So let's start then. First picture. Who is in the picture? Raise your hands if you want to answer. Very good. The man's name is William Shakespeare. So he was a famous writer during the Renaissance period. Now that you know now the author, now guess what is the title of our topic for today. So I will show you this uh, clue or this one, and you will guess what is the title of the story. So anyone who know the title of the story? Yes, Mark, stand up. Yes, you're right. So the title of the story that we will be learning today is Romeo and Juliet by William Shakespeare. Very good. Assuming that the teacher introduced the historical context, characters, and that the students also share their background knowledge about the story. Now let's proceed to the during reading stage. So in here, the teacher will make the students read the printed copies, then make stops to discuss key events, characters, and themes. Okay, so I have here copies of the story, and I want you to come in front and get your copies. So the first person in the left row, please come and get your copy. Okay, one by one. So, do you have all your copies? Okay, so let's all read in chorus. Okay, so let's start reading. So, 1, 2, 3, go. In chorus, I said. Okay. I will read on my laptop and you read on your copy. So Let's read in chorus. One, two, three, go. A long time ago, in the city of Verona, there lived two families, the Montagios and the Capulets. For as far back as anyone could remember, these families had been sworn enemies. Their hatred for each other so strong that even the mention of the other family's name could start a fight. So stop there. Stop. Oh. So in the first stanza, who are the two families that are fighting, or who are the families that are mentioned as enemies? Raise your hands if you know the answer. Yes, Mark. Yes, the Capulets and the Montagios. Let's continue. Against this backdrop of hatred and violence, a young Montague named Romeo fell deeply in love with a beautiful Capulet named Juliet. It happened at a ball hosted by Juliet's family, where Romeo had sneaked in, hoping to catch a glimpse of the girl he had heard so much about. So stop there. So, in the statement, who is the boy who fell deeply in love with a woman named Juliet? Yes, Romeo. So Romeo, who is a Montague, fell deeply in love with Juliet, a Capulet, which is wherein the two families, as we all know, the Capulet and the Montagues are enemies, right? But in the story, that Romeo fell in love with Juliet. Continue. As soon as Romeo laid eyes on Juliet, he knew he was smitten. He professed his love to her. And to his delight, she felt the same way. They exchanged vows of love, but they both knew that their families' animosity towards each other made their love impossible. Determined to be together, Romeo and Juliet decided to marry in secret. With the help of Friar Lawrence, a wise and understanding priest, they hoped that their union would eventually bring peace between their families. However, their happiness was short-lived. When Romeo killed Juliet's cousin Tybalt in duel, he was banished from Verona. Juliet was left alone, and her parents, unaware of her secret marriage, arranged for her to marry another man. So, because of the love, So, because of the love of Romeo and Juliet, they decided to marry each other with the help of who? With the help of who? Yes, with the help of Friar Lawrence, who is a priest. But then a challenge came to them. It was when Romeo killed the cousin of Juliet named Tybalt. So let's continue. Okay, so let's continue. Determined to be together, Romeo and Juliet decided to marry in secret. With the help of Friar Lawrence, a wise and understanding priest, they hoped that their union would eventually bring peace between their families. So stop. With the help of who? Who married Romeo and Juliet? Okay, Friar Lawrence. Very good. But the plan went horribly wrong. Juliet drank the potion and was found. Okay, continue. But the plan went horribly wrong. Juliet drank the potion and was found by her family. Juliet woke up to find Romeo dead and, in despair, stabbed herself with his dagger to join him in death. The tragic end of the two lovers ultimately brought peace between their families as they realized the senselessness of their long standing feud. The end. So, that's the end of the story of Romeo and Juliet. Now let's move to the post-reading stage. So the during reading stage is now finished. So now let's move to the post-reading stage, wherein the teacher will have the students participate in role-playing activities using verbal communication and movement to enhance reading skills and convey emotions and characters traits. So the teacher will observe and provide feedback after the role play activity. So in your role play, I will group you into 5 groups. So count from 1 to 5, starting from the left row. 1, okay. Okay, so now we have five groups. So in your role play, there are three characters. So in each group, do you have three characters or three persons in each group? Oh, okay. So there will be Lawrence, Juliet, and Romeo. So starting from we will only act out a piece from the story. So starting from where Friar Lawrence gave the poison to Juliet until when Juliet stabbed her body with the knife. So for the rubrics of the role play, we have here first the clarity and pronunciation, 10 points. 10 points, emotions, 20 points, confidence, 10 points, and teamwork, 10 points. Overall total, 50 points. So for the overall total, role play, 50 points. Okay. So I will give you I will give you 10 minutes to practice, then come inside the classroom to start the role play. Okay, Yumi, go out. Okay, so your time's up. Melanie, kindly call your classmates so that we can start. Okay, so now that 10 minutes is over, let's now start with the role play. So, group one, come in front and uh, do your role play. Okay, group two, you may now proceed. Okay, group three. Okay, group four, come in front. Okay, and not last but not the least, group five, take the stage. Okay, so now you are all done on your uh, role play. So I will have your scores. I will tally first your scores, then I will announce it later on. It is good to see that you the five groups have teamwork, but some of the criterias are lacking. So for group one, uh, I observed that Leia was nervous. Group two, you guys or some of the boys were laughing, and group three same, the boys were laughing. And group four, uh, Jenna was nervous, but still, the three members has good pronunciation and diction. And group 5, I can say that they uh, displayed the confidence and they showed the appropriate emotions that must be seen in a role play. So for that, very good. So for group 1, I will give you 45 over 50. Group 2, 46 over 50. Oh, boys, don't keep laughing when you do role plays. Don't do that in the future. Uh, Group 3, I will give you 44 over 50. Group 4, 44 also. Wrong, wait. 47. 47 over 50. And for group 5, I will give you 48 over 50. So overall, the highest is group 5, the group of Mark and Company. Very good. So for the next part of our lesson plan, we have here the number 4 application. So the students will make a reflective essay on the play's significance and relevance in their own life. So they will make a reflective essay. So for the rubrics, we have here the first criteria, content, second, relevance, and grammar. So I gave 10 points for each criteria. So overall, 30 points. And for the next part of the lesson plan, for number 5, part 5, we have here the evaluation. So the students will work in pairs to analyze Romeo and Juliet's characters using a graphic organizer. So I, as the teacher, will give a printed copies with graphic organizers uh, in it, and they will write on the graphic organizer that I have provided. And for the last part, the assignment, the students will create an infographic that illustrates the themes and the characters. They will use infographics, they will use technologies or the apps such as Canva. They can also use PowerPoint and other apps that wherein they can use and they can do infographics. So for the rubrics, So for the rubrics is the first criteria is content and the second is relevance. Wherein if their infographic really illustrates their themes and the characters. So that's all for my lesson plan and demo. Thank you.